let's look at I want to look at sickness. Continue with this. Could everybody press *6 if you're not going to be speaking, and just if I ask a question, you could just press *6 to unmute your phone. So I hear a strong breathing, or else I have to mute the whole call. Colossians 3:17.
Want to read that up?
Yeah, you can read it.
Colossians chapter 3, verse 17. And whatsoever ye do, in word or deed, do all, Hashem HaMashiach Yahushai, giving thanks to Yahweh, Hashem HaMashiach Yahushai.
Right, so whatever we do, whatever we say, is going to be all in the name of the anointed Savior. And we give thanks to the most high power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob for everything, because he's worthy to be praised for everything. Okay, give me Proverbs 15:3.
Proverbs chapter 15, verse 3. The eyes of the Most High, Yahushai, are in every place, beholding the evil and the good.
That's right. So the eyes of the Most High are in every place, beholding the evil and the good. Understand this and overstand this fact, because it's very, very important that you see this without a shadow of a doubt, because we as a people are kind of thinking that you can follow whatever you want to follow, how you want to follow it. And is that right or wrong? That's wrong. Job 34:21. Job 34:21.
Job chapter 34, verse 21. For his eyes are upon the ways of man, and seeth all his doing.
That's right. His eyes are upon the ways of man and see everything, every way that we go. There's no secrets with the Most High. And it's amazing how men and women think you don't see me. But then you see what you see, because a lot of times it's in clear vision of those that are spiritual to see these things and are responsible for revealing these things to those that you love. Job 31:4.
Job chapter 31, verse 4. Does not he see my ways and count all my steps?
See? Does not he see my ways and count all my steps? I mean, that's something. Look at, have y'all ever walked and you counted your steps? How many steps, or running you start counting? Think about all the steps that we might do in a week or in a month. He's counting, and you look at everyone, not just Job, but everyone. This applies to all of us. And we look at the Most High less than he is. Go to Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha 23:19.
Ecclesiastes chapter 23, verse 19. Page 84. Such a man only fears the eyes of men, and knoweth not that the eyes of the Most High are 10,000 times brighter than the sun,
See?
beholding all the ways of men, and concerning the most secret parts.
See that? So, men only fear the eyes of men. They fear how a man looks at them, especially how some men, they really fear how a woman looks at them. Oh boy, they don't want no woman to look at them in a derogatory way. And that's weakness. That's very weak. Get Jeremiah 17:5. But that's very, very weak when you consider that the eyes of the Most High are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, but you want to see man to look at you in a certain way. Who cares? Be righteous. Like the Most High, his eyes are upon the evil and the good and the evil. But you don't want to see man seeing you how you are. But we here to be able to correct each other so that we can all be made to be prepared for the kingdom that's prepared for us. Read that. This is how man is. Jeremiah 17:5.
Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 5.
Right.
Thus said the Most High, cursed be the man that trusteth in man.
Hear that? He said,
And
cursed be the man that trusteth in man. Cursed be the man that trusteth in man. But see, what did it say? It says, such a man only feareth the eyes of men. So where the eyes of men come from? A man. It say, cursed be the man that trusteth in man. So you so fearful of how somebody gonna see you, and not knowing that the eyes of the Most High are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, beholding all the secret things that's being done that you think he don't see you. Men say the Most High don't see me. You know, you so worried about what somebody else gonna see, not knowing that the eyes of the Most High gonna reveal it. Get Amos 3. Amos the third chapter and the 7th verse, I believe.
Amos 3.
Yes, and 7.
Amos chapter 3, verse 7. Surely the Most High's power will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets.
Right, so the Most High says, surely he will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets. So he revealed his secrets to his servants, the prophets. Who's his servants? Who's the servants of the Most High? Just so you know that it's not going to be anyone. Isaiah 44, 1 and 2.
Isaiah chapter 44, verse 1. Yet now hear, O Jacob, my servant.
See? Jacob, who is the forefather of the 12 tribes of Israel, is the Most High servant who revealed his secret to. Read.
And Israel, whom I have chosen.
So that you know, he have chosen the Israelites. The 12 tribes of Israel. He have chosen. Read on.
Thus said the Most High that made thee, and formed thee from the womb, which will help thee. Fear not, O Jacob, my servant.
There it is again.
And thou
say, fear not, O Jacob, my servant. He reveals his secret unto his servants, the prophets, who are Israelites. Read.
And thou, Jeshurun, whom I have chosen.
Right. Another name for the 12 tribes of Israel. He calls us Jeshurun. Now jump to verse 21.
Jeremiah chapter 44, verse 21. Remember thee, O Jacob, and Israel, for thou art my servant.
There it is.
I have formed thee.
There it is right there. So remember these, O Jacob and Israel, for thou art my servant. He revealeth his secret to his servants, the prophets. Now, do you have faith to believe that? Or do you just think, oh, you're going to get away with whatever you're doing, and the Most High not going to reveal it to his servants, the prophets? He's going to reveal it. It's going to be revealed. That's why I say, such a man only feareth the eyes of men. And they say, cursed be the man that trusteth in man and maketh flesh his arm. You depending on what another man can do. Well, we got to depend on the most high power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. In the name of the anointed Savior. For our spiritual power in these last days. As they bringing forth all these different diseases and plagues that the Most High putting upon this earth. And that they created, that he allowed them to create. Because he got to fulfill prophecy. As we went over last night, you know, all these plagues of Egypt. How he putting all these plagues on us. On the people. Why? Because they do not want to follow his rules and regulations. Which is his laws, statutes, commandments. Look at, go to 2 Chronicles 16 and 7. 2 Chronicles 16 and 7.
Chronicles chapter 16, verse 7. And at that time, Hananiah, the seer, came to Asa, king of Judah, and said unto him, because thou hast relied on the king of Syria, and not relied on the Most High power, thy power. Therefore is the host of the king of Syria escaped out of thine hand.
Let you know, hey, you believe in the king of Syria. In other words, you have faith in the king of Syria and not relied on the most high power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, our power, which was his power. He's the king of Judah, King Asa. Therefore is the host of the king of Syria escaped out of thine hand, it says, because you didn't rely or have faith in the Most High. This is key right here. Read.
Verse 8. Were not the Ethiopians and the Libyans a huge host with very many chariots and horsemen?
Yeah. He said, hey,
yes.
Wasn't the Ethiopians and the Libyans a mighty army with plenty of chariots in abundance, a whole lot of chariots and horsemen, those that went on horseback. Read.
Yet, because thou didst rely on the Most High, he delivered them into thine hand.
This is what we at, y'all. We got to rely on the Most High. He's going to deliver our enemies into our hands and not question his power. It's already written what's going to happen. The past, the present, and the future. These are examples for us to look back at our ancestors. Asa is one of our ancestors of the tribe of Judah. And he come back and say, hey, remember the host, the army of the Ethiopians and the Libyans? How many chariots and horsemen they had? And you relied on the Most High. In other words, rely means you had faith in believing in the Most High. That's what relying means. Faith in the Most High. And he delivered them into his hand. King Asa's hand. Go ahead.
Verse 9. For the eyes of the Most High run to and fro throughout the whole earth to show himself strong in the behalf of them whose heart is perfect toward him. Herein thou hast done foolishly. Henceforth thou shalt have war.
See? It said, hey, the eyes of the Most High, we know it's 10,000 times brighter than the sun. Where they at? They running to and fro. Where? Throughout the whole earth. To show himself strong in the behalf of them whose heart is perfect. Whose mind is perfect with him. Toward him. Herein thou hast done foolishly. So these are examples and solutions at the same time for us to look at of our ancestors, of how they operated foolishly, and now war is upon them. But see, war comes in many ways. Not just going out there to battle men, but war within ourselves. Because you're relying on the world. You can say whatever, but if you rely on this world, you have faith in this world. Rely, is it saying here? Which is nothing but faith. Believe. Listen. Hold that right there. Get James 4 and 4. James 4 and 4.
James chapter 4, verse 4. Ye adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not that the prince of the world is enmity with the Most High? Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is the enemy of the Most High.
So you gotta understand this. That's why I said, cursed be the man that trusted in man. So he said, you are adulterers and adulteresses. Say, no, you're not, because you dealing with spiritual fornication against the Most High because you don't believe in him. You have faith in him. Say, the friendship of the world is enmity with the Most High. You know what that means? That means you at war with him. Remember we just told you don't have wars. Why? Because he didn't have what? Faith. He didn't rely on the Most High. But he relied on something else. Maybe it might have been his personal feelings, his emotions, what somebody else done told him. Relying on man. You see? Having faith in man. That's why I say, cursed be the man that trusted in man and maketh flesh his arm. Well, so I'm not going to work with that man. That's why I say, you at war. Enmity means you at war with the Most High. And he says, whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is the enemy of the Most High. Get this straight, people. This is serious. Because the world is the world set up to show you what it is that this truth is saying? No. They're never gonna know this. 1 John 2 and 15.
Chapter 2, verse 15. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him.
He said, love not the world. That's why when you read John 3:16, for the Most High so loved the world, that he gave his only begotten Son, and whosoever believes in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. He's not talking about the world that Hamashiach Yahushua was in. That's a conversation between two so-called black men of the tribe of Judah having a conversation about the world of Israel when you read Isaiah 45 and 17. So it says, love not the world. How they going to say, for the Most High, love the world? He telling us not to love the world. Come on now, make that make sense to me. Yeah. He just said, love not the world. That's the world, the worldly thing that the world presents. That's contrary to the rules and regulations of the Most High. I got to say rules and regulations because we can understand that. Rules and regulations, you got to do certain things to get your driver license. Get a whatever state you're in, ID. Rules and regulations, you got to fill out an application to get your job. You know that. Rules and regulations, you got to fill out whatever it is to get your money. If you got to clock in, you're going to make sure you clock in, poop, and you clock out, poop. And somebody going to count your hours up. Right, those are rules and regulations. You got rules and regulations that you've done, and you have faith to believe that that man going to pay you. Sometimes you start a job, you got to wait 2 weeks before you get paid. Sometimes a month. You trust that he going to pay you. And people have been given IOUs. But you don't trust the Most High. Come on now. He said, love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, what did he say?
The love of the Father is not in him.
See, the love of the Most High is not in you. So I say, come out of the ways and thinking of the world. We have to do what we have to do to survive in this world, being in captivity. And, if at all possible, be at peace with all men. If at all possible. But he said, be wise as serpents, harmless as a dove. You see? You don't be ignorant to a snake. To snakes. Not a snake, but snakes. You don't be ignorant to the tactics and the wiles, the foolishness, the slick, how they crafty, how they cunning. You got to be all these things. You're going to have the wisdom. Wisdom covers all that. The proper application of knowledge. That's why Mashiach told us you got to be wise as serpents. You got to be wise as these evil people. But harmless as a dove. Have humility where you got to make it in your operations so that, you can maintain your job or you can maintain whatever it is that you're going after to accomplish without losing. We're not supposed to be losing. We the chosen people of the Most High. We're supposed to be gaining. We're not supposed to suffer loss. And the more that you have faith and belief, the more you see miracles happening in your life. Read. Listen. Verse 16.
Read on.
Yes, verse 16.
For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, and the lust of the eye, and the pride of life, is not of the Father, but is of the world.
See? It's letting you know. What's in the world? The lust of the flesh. That's what most people are dealing with. Their lust. Their desires. That they desire in these mortal bodies. These rental mortal bodies that the Most High allows us to have. That's what's of the world, because the world teach you. Follow your heart. Do whatever you feel. If it feel right, do it. It's okay. If you feel like it's okay, it's okay. What does that do? That cancels out the Most High. That's what it says. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, and the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life, is not of the Father, but is of the world. Because pride comes before what? A fall. Before he bring you down. Because pride is contrary to the humility and the broken and contrite spirit that the Most High wants us to have to please him. And to do his will. Which is keep his commandments. Read on.
Verse 17. And the world passeth away, and the lust thereof. But he that doeth the will of the Most High abideth forever.
Hear that? This world gonna pass away. This world ain't gonna last forever. And the lust of this world gonna pass away. But those that do the will of the Most High which is what? He said, if you love me, keep my commandments. In John 14:15. 1 John 5:3 says, for this is the love of the Most High, that we keep his commandments, which is his laws, which is his rules and regulations. And they are not grievous. You ain't supposed to be sad at doing what's right. It's supposed to make you feel good to know that regardless of what everybody else is doing, you stand out. They like to use the words I might say, set apart. Yeah, right now everybody's doing whatever they're doing. But here we are going through the Sabbath, honoring the Most High as we're supposed to on his holy day. Not our holy day, his holy day. I mean, do you realize he says something about concerning the Sabbath before he even start telling us about the feast days that we're supposed to come together, gather together and enjoy? He speak about his Sabbaths first. And as we went through Exodus 20th chapter, you see, he spent a lot of time telling us how to serve him and how to honor the Sabbath. Better look at that. You better count them verses and count all the words and all the lines that he said concerning his Sabbath. This is real. And how we serve him and how we serve each other. That's what it's all about, people. He asked for one day of the week, the seventh day. He said, this is my holy day. And the more we honor him, the more he can honor us. How do we expect him to honor us when we don't honor him? Make that make sense? We have to honor him so he can honor. He can come back and say, yeah, they're following what I want them to do. Because remember, when you're not following him, his name is jealous. You ever dealt with anyone that was jealous of you? That's a real strong spirit against you. A really strong spirit against you. Jealousy. And the Most High say his name is jealous. So what you're doing, whatever it is, on his holy day is contrary to him. And his name is jealous. So how are we going to be blessed if we don't honor his holy day? I can think of a whole lot of things I could be doing. And I'm quite sure a lot of y'all could think of a lot of things you could be doing, because everybody out there doing something on the Sabbath, right? Everybody's, that's what Esau world is set up to have you work 5 days a week, and on the Sabbath, yesterday, in the evening, you start doing things. You start doing whatever you're doing. Once you get out work, they pay you on that day, you know what I mean? So you don't follow what it is you should follow. The next day, this day, everybody out there shopping and doing things that they're doing, getting ready for what? Partying last night, party tonight, party in the daytime. Some start last night, don't stop till the first, going back to work. Come home on the first day and get a little rest and start all over for the second day in their work week. Yeah, man, come on. That's what time it is. So it's set up so that we won't follow the Most High. That's why that's the world. Yeah? Yeah.
I was in the store. Everybody's loading up on charcoal, baby backs and everything for the second day.
Oh. Yeah, that's right. See?
Baskets full of charcoal and all kind of stuff.
But see, they know about those days.
Labor Day.
Yeah. Right. So they know about those days, but we have the Feast of Trumpets and the new moon coming up on the evening of the 12th. They know about that? No. I was going to say, they have learned the way of the heathens, and they go against you telling them that that's of the world. He just said that's going to pass away. But those that do the will of the Most High are going to abide forever. That means you have an opportunity to have everlasting life. The will of the Most High is to say, he said, hey, follow my laws, statutes, commandments. Period. In the old and new. For those that have not been taught the fact that we still got to follow the Most High's laws, statutes, commandments. His laws. If you want to see everlasting life, how is it that he going to bless you to see the kingdom that's prepared for us already, and you're not even doing what he say do? That's like a child. I like to use the analysis of a child that's bad as ever, and you gonna reward them by taking them to Magic Mountain if you're in the West Coast, Sandusky or Cedar Point or somewhere that's amusement park, and hand them $100 to have a good time. And you about lost your job because you going back and forth to their school. Come on, does that make sense? Your child be wicked as ever, and you gonna reward them for not doing what you say do. You give them an order to do something, and they just disannul what you say and do whatever they want to do, and you gonna come home and reward them. Come on, man. But that's what they teaching. You're not under the law. So what do they say? You don't have to follow the Most High. Because they're his laws. He took the time to make them, to give them to us. He ain't dealt with nobody else. So you following someone else that he never gave the laws to. Even if you following a Gentile who are the Israelites, there could be your mama, your brother, your sister, your daddy, or your cousin, your aunts, your friends, your associates, whoever, that are Israelites, but they still Gentiles because they following who? The way of who? The Gentiles. No matter how you look at it, they still the same people that we read about in this Bible. Two types of Gentiles. You have those that are the Israelites, who mostly Paul went to, and you have the Gentiles who are the other nations outside of the 12 tribes of Israel. That's when you read the first parts of these books in the New Testament, the first verses let you know who it's talking to. They're addressed to the Israelites, Gentiles, because Paul wrote most of them. And at the same time, sometimes he includes the other nations, as the Mashiach Yahushua had, because they came around him. You think, I challenge anybody to say, you mean to tell me Mashiach Yahushua done more miracles than all the books of the world could not contain the miracles that he done in his life? 33 years. That you mean to tell me Esau wasn't around? You mean to tell me Hamites weren't around? Ammonites, Moabites, these other nations wasn't around knowing that this man was doing all these miracles? Talk to me. What do you think? You don't think they was around? Esau? Esau nosy as ever. You know that. Come on. We stand on the street. Here come Esau. What y'all talking about? Right? We can be having a conversation. What y'all talking about? What's going on here? I just come to see what you guys were talking about. And we teaching the word. Now you see this man, all these people being healed, all these masses of people being healed, and they not gonna be there? Come on, man. You know that. You know they gonna be have their head up in there seeing what's going on. But we that do the will of the Most High, it says, hey, you got an opportunity to live forever. You want to abide forever. Verse 18.
First John chapter 2, verse 18. Little children, it is the last time. And as ye have heard that Antichrist shall come, even now are there many Antichrists, or Antimashiach, whereby we know that it is the last time.
That's right, man. They say, little children, it is the last time. And as ye have heard that anti-Mashiach, people that's against a Mashiach Yahushua, gonna come. Even now. He said, even at that time, there are many anti-Mashiach, those that are against him. He said, whereby we know that is the last time. Go ahead.
They went out from us, but they were not of us. For if they had been of us, they would no doubt have continued with us. But they went out, that they might be made manifest that they were not all of us.
That's right. Say they went out from us. Why? Especially when there's no explanation. Say they went out from us. But they were not of us. They were not of us. And so I look at how powerful the spirit of Bahashem Mashiach Yahushua is for someone to go back to Jesus Christ, to go back to whatever it is that they dealing with, when that's the spiritual power. And as I read to you, anything other than Hebrew and translated to another language have not the same force in it. So anybody can say whatever they want to say. They told me, I don't know why you saying Hamashiach, Yahushua. Nobody know who you're talking about. I beg to differ. People come up and want to say his name, right, Kanak? Don't nobody come up and say, I don't know who you're talking about, ever. Ever. You know why? Our people play our people, all those that's been out on the street, no. But our people play our people for being ignorant and stupid. When we got the zeal of the Most High, just not according to knowledge. We might not know how to bring forth these precepts as a people, but we have the zeal of the Most High because we are the children of Israel. We are the Most High's chosen people. Whether we know it or not, we still are the chosen people of the Most High. Allah Yah. Khan. Read that again, huh? Verse 19.
St. John, First John, chapter 2, verse 19. They went out from us, but they were not of us. For if they had been of us, they would no doubt have continued with us. But they went out that they might be manifest, that they were not all of us.
That's right. So this is what we're looking at, because that's why I always say the Most High not dealing with quantity, but He's dealing with quality. So a lot of times it's better that people do leave from among you, from around you, than to stay with you and vex you in what they're dealing with outside for what you don't really realize that's going on, because it's spiritual. And to be spiritual, you're going to understand spiritual things. Like remember it says, the eyes of the Most High are 10,000 times brighter than the sun. And He reveals His secret to His servants, the prophets. He reveals certain things, so when those things are revealed, then you know. That's why you're not supposed to be caught off guard. That's why we got to be aware of this, because this brings about things. And I go back to 2 Chronicles 16. 2 Chronicles 16. We were dealing with King Asa and him not having faith in the Most High, but trusting in his own spirit in other men. They say, cursed be the man that trusts in man, but don't have the faith or relying on the Most High, through faith in the Most High. Let's pick up where we were at in verse 9. Second Chronicles 16 and 9.
Okay. 2 Chronicles chapter 16, verse 9. For the eyes of the Most High run to and fro throughout the whole earth, to show Himself strong in the behalf of them whose heart is perfect toward Him.
Right. The only way that your heart is perfect, your mind is perfect toward the Most High, as if you following what He say do. That's His rules and regulations, His laws, statutes, commandments. And having faith in the Mashiach Yahushua, going to the Most High on our behalf, to the glory of the Most High. B.
Herein thou hast done foolishly. Therefore, from henceforth thou shalt have war.
Yeah, that's why we went to James 4 and 4, to show you that if you love the world, you're at war with the Most High, first and foremost. And you become the enemy of the Most High because you don't trust in Him. You don't have faith in Him. You're relying on some other source. But yet still people say they praying, but then after they finish praying, they relying on their own self. It ain't the Most High, because you don't hear it. You don't hear it. All I can do is listen. Become a good listener. You hear people talking about the Most High going to do this, Most High going to do this, Most High going to... You don't hear that. Where the Most High fit in? You ain't the Most High. We ain't the Most High. By no means, shape, or form. But just listen. And that's what he's dealing with. So examples of how we are to follow in faith with the Most High. And not follow our own minds. In this world that we in now, it's worse than it was here when we reading about them. But read on. Listen.
Verse 10. Then Asa was wroth with the seer and put him in a prison house. For he was in a rage with him because of this thing. And Asa oppressed some of the people the same time.
See? What did King Asa do? He got angry. He got mad with the seer, which is a prophet. What was the name? Another name for the prophets before they were called prophets. They were called seers. And he put him in prison. Threw him in prison. Oh yeah, we done went to prison. Whole lot of prophets and even the Mashiach Yahushua went to prison. I mean, they brought him out of prison. You know what I mean? Everybody subject to this. Being righteous. So that don't mean you're to good jail. That means you unrighteous. See what this man did? This is Judah. King of Judah. Threw the prophet in jail. Threw him in prison. And he vexed some of the other people. Some of the Israelites. Behind what he said. So you're going to have wars. So you have wars. He ain't vexed the enemy. He vexed some of the Israelites. Go ahead.
Verse 11. And behold, the acts of Asa, first and last, lo, they are written in the book of the kings of Judah and Israel. And Asa in the 39th year of his reign was diseased in his feet, until his disease was exceeding great. Yet in his disease he sought not to the Most High, but to the physician.
See? Asa was 39 years of age of his reign. And he became diseased in his feet. Something like what they call what? Diabetes?
Gout?
Diabetes.
Oh, gout?
Gout. Diabetes.
Yeah,
2. Diabetes 2. Gout. You know what we looking at today? He was diseased in his feet. Until his disease was exceeding great. To the point they might have had to cut off his leg. You know, cut his foot off, cut his leg off. Exceeding great, starting with his foot. Yet in his disease he sought not to the Most High. By Shabbat Mashiach Yahushua. So he didn't seek the Most High, but to the physicians. He went to the doctors. It's very key right here. So letting us know what should we do first and foremost. Always seek the Most High. For what? You see what it says? I mean, this verse here clearly lets us know that we have to have faith in the Most High. That's what people have told me. Go to the doctor for this. I'm jacked up. Go to the doctor. Go to the doctor. Go to the doctor. Let me have faith in the Most High. Can I allow my faith to work? Can you let me allow my faith to work first? I sit in front of a doctor and say, I'm going to try my faith first. I have a power. His name is the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. How about that? They look strange. I mean, because everybody else want to they want to get a prescription, to take the medication, get the surgery, whatever they do, whatever they say do, they follow suit with that. I mean, come on. The last result is the Most High say he allows you to do that. But try me first, he's saying. Try the Most High first and foremost. How about having faith in him? And see, that's the problem. A lot of people rely on, like he said, like Asa did. What he did, King Asa did what? They ain't even call him king no more. It's just say Asa. He king of Judah. But you see how that king came from? He just talking about Asa. We started off, he was king. Now, every time they relate to him, it's just Asa. Heck with him being king. You see? Most High gave him a disease in his feet. The Most High did it because he didn't rely on the Most High. You see that? You got to see what it said in verse 12. It says, and Asa in the 39th year of his reign was disease in his feet. He had a disease in his feet until his disease was exceeding great. Great. Could have been gangrene too. We can add that to it. In his feet. Could be gangrene too. Where it just dies. That part of the body just dies. And you got to cut it off. It's going to kill the rest of the body. Because it's dead. Yeah. It said it was exceeding great. Listen at this closely. Yet in his disease, by being exceeding great, he sought not to the Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. He didn't seek the Most High, but to the physicians. Jeremiah 17:5 again. You gotta understand, all of this coincides with what we're dealing with in our operations of pleasing the Most High, doing his will.
Jeremiah chapter 17 verse 5. Thus said the Most High, cursed be the man that trusteth in man.
See? Cursed be the man that trusteth in man. There's a comma, I've got to pause. Say, cursed be the man that trusteth in man. You know? So what did Asa do? He trusted in the physician. He trusted in man. When the seer told him, look. Verse 8. This is the assurance of the faith that's in the Most High. Listen to what he told him. Read. Verse 8 in 2 Chronicles 16:8.
Second Chronicles chapter 16 verse 8. Were not the Ethiopians and the Lubians a huge host with very many chariots and horsemen? Yes, because thou didst rely on the Most High, he delivered them into thine hand.
See? He relied on the Most High, and the Most High delivered the Ethiopians and the Libyans in his hand because he had faith in the Most High. He told them already. All you got to do is have faith in the Most High. But what did he do? He threw him in prison. Because he told him, hey man, you're losing faith. You're not relying on the Most High. So he threw that seer in prison. What the Most High do? Start vexing him. Started with his feet. And it became exceeding great, it says. Because he didn't put his trust, he didn't put his faith, he didn't put his belief, he didn't rely on the Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Come on, he saved his life from the Ethiopians and the Lubians. That was exceedingly great. Oh. You forgot about what I did? So the Most High vexed his foot and allowed the disease to become great. Still didn't call on the Most High. Started with his foot. He might have lost a toe. Started with his foot. But no. He didn't rely on the Most High. But the physicians. You see? Now what happened? Verse 13.
Asa slept with his father and died in the 41st year of his reign.
See? Most High killed him. in the 140th year of his reign. 2 years later, he killed him. He killed him. Put him to death. But see, people don't, you got to understand. I guess you say, well, you might say, well, Most High don't kill. Better recognize this. Look at Deuteronomy 32 and 39. Because see, some people don't know the Most High. They don't know him to the point of what this word says. Let's see what he say. Let's read it.
Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 39. See now that I, even I, am he, and there is no power with me. I kill, and I make alive.
Hear what he said? He said, I kill.
wound, and I heal.
He said, I kill and make alive. He said, I wound and I heal. He said, I wound and I heal. Anybody's wounded, the Most High wounded them. He the one that caused you to be wounded. He keep you from being wounded. If you are healed, it's not because of no doctor. It's because the Most High healed you. If you are killed, the Most High had his hand and putting you to death. If a baby's born, the Most High had his hand in bringing that baby life into this world. It's the Most High. That's why he's praised for everything. Go ahead.
I kill, and I make alive. I wound, and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand.
Nobody can deliver out of the Most High's hand once he have you in his grips, man. That's why I was showing you last night concerning how he told us, and go to Deuteronomy 28 and 1. Deuteronomy 28 and 1.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Most High thy power, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Most High thy power will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
So he's saying if we listen diligently unto the voice of the Most High thy power, to observe and to do all his commandments which he commanded us this day, that the Most High will set us on high above all nations of the earth. So the Most High have a voice, and the Mashiach Shai, it comes back and say he's the word of the Most High. So a voice produces what? Words. So the words that are coming from the voice of the Most High are brought forth through Mashiach Yahushai. And I showed you how Mashiach Yahushai gives them to the Holy Spirit that confesses of a Mashiach Yahushai, who confesses of the Most High. In that order. And the Spirit is the only thing that was promised to us. The Holy Spirit. It brings forth the Spirit of the Most High, which it is. It confesses of Mashiach Yahushai, who confesses of the Father, the Most High, in that order. But the Mashiach Yahushai is the word of the Most High. He's bringing forth the voice, what he hears when he listens to the voice of the Most High, to become the words of the Most High, to bring forth the words of the Most High to the Holy Spirit, that's going to bring the words of the Most High, the voice of the Most High and the word of the Most High, to bring us to be able to speak the word of the Most High. Or the voice of the Most High. And when we follow his voice, he going to set us on high. Because we got next in following his commandments. Those that going to follow his rules and regulations. Not those that are not following his rules and regulations. But those that are following his rules and regulations, his laws, statutes, and commandments. Doing what's right in his eyes to please him. And not just please ourselves. Because you still trusting in man. You still going to be cursed because you trust in yourself. You still trusting in yourself. That's why you still going to be cursed. We got to trust in the Most High. And that's what we see in the example of us. Asa didn't. Therefore, the Most High vexed him. He dealt with him in a real way by killing him. And that's how serious this is when you fall away from the Most High. Better understand this is real. Go to Wisdom of Solomon. Wisdom of Solomon 16 and 12. In the Apocrypha. It's on page 67.
12?
Yes.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 16, verse 12. For it was neither herb nor mollifying plaster that restored them to health, but that word, O Most High, which healeth all things.
Hear that? It wasn't these herbs that they try and give you with their little mystical magic madness that they put in to cause all these side effects and so forth, nor mollifying plaster that restored them to health. But what did it? The word. But thy word, O Most High, which healed all things. So, healeth all things. So, do you hear what it says? The word of the Most High healeth all things. I remember being really, really vexed with affirmity. And someone say, you don't want to go to class? You don't feel good. Stay home. Even times when I'm teaching, sometimes I feel terrible. And I get to teaching the word and I be restored. I feel great. I tell y'all that those that have been online, you hear me say that a lot. I go into the word and you hear what it says. It says, it wasn't the medicine. It wasn't the herbs or anything that you could take that healed them. But thy word, O Most High, which healeth all things. Read on.
For thou hast power of life and death. Thou leadest the gate of hell and bringest up again.
That's right. Thou leadest to the gates of hell and bringeth up again. This is our power. And that's a strong feeling to think that he can just, that's why Mashiach Yahushua, get Luke 12 and 4. But understand what a Mashiach Yahushua revealed to us as the word of the Most High, who's bringing forth the voice of the Most High. His word is healing. But you're looking for some other way to be healed, or some other way to be made whole again. No, it's his word. And following what he would have us do and following his will. And that's to keep his laws, statutes, commandments. Do what he say do. Read that.
Luke chapter 12, verse 4. And I say unto you, my friends, be not afraid of them that kill the body, and after that have no more that they can do.
See? He said, hey, my friends. He said, hey, listen to me, my friends. Be not afraid of them, of